Hello everyone, you're now with me, Ruben Gomez, for TVS News at 5. Let's moving on to the news. The Prime Minister's Office, PMO, has dismissed rumours that Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin would undergo treatment for cancer, to which a Deputy Prime Minister would be appointed. In a statement today, PMO described such a report as malicious, saying the Prime Minister had been confirmed free from cancer by medical specialists who treated him. The statement also said it was untrue that Muhyiddin would appoint a Deputy Prime Minister. Certain news portals had reported that Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Hishamuddin Tun Hussein was expected to be appointed as Deputy Prime Minister, allegedly to pave the way for Muhyiddin to seek treatment in Singapore. The Pasai cluster has shown inclining numbers of positive cases earlier today, resulting Cebu district to witness a higher number of cases attributed from the cluster, said the State Disaster Management Committee in a statement. Cebu Municipal Council Chairman Clarence Ting is wary of the rising cases confirmed this morning. He noted that it was expected that the outbreak in Cebu would get worse this week before the situation improves. Ting urged people in Cebu practice extreme caution and strictly follow standard operating procedures. He added SMC itself had cancelled all meetings and their officers are now limiting visitors. An official statement will be issued by the Cebu Municipal Council today on the closures of public facilities such as markets, parks, libraries and swimming pools. Statistics from the Sarawak River Board (SRB) show a decline in number of occupants of express boat passengers. Such a difference was made obvious following the implementations of the Movement Control Order (MCO).
According to Assistant Controller of Sarawak River Board SRB Kuching Division, Julai Shahmad, before the implementation of the MCO in 2020, the number of daily passengers opting for the mode of transportation services were about 40 to 50 people. However, in April and May 2020, the number of passengers using the services had reduced.
Jun pun masih kurang dan bertambah sedikit pada bulan Julai, Ogos, September lah. Sehingga Oktober lebih kurang dalam 30 orang sehari lah. Jadi keadaan penumpang ni maksudnya masih ada penumpang tapi dengan kapasiti yang agak minimum lah.
He also added that in the latest development, express boat operators are monitoring the compliance of standard operating procedures at terminal doors among passengers in order to curb the spread of COVID-19.
Penumpang ni lah, tapi so far yang kita lihat ni penumpang punya kesedaran yang tinggi lah. Dan mereka tak ada menimbulkan masalah kepada kita dan kita mendapati pematuhan SOP ni yang paling penting lah. Dan pihak kita memang ada mengawasi setiap penumpang di pintu masuk dan memastikan satu ruang seperti SOP yang biasa lah. Mana mereka melalui laluan yang dikhaskan, begitu juga masuk dan keluar daripada terminal kita lah. So far kita tak ada menghadapi masalah dengan kaedah pelanggan ataupun penumpang ni. So far mereka pun faham dan mematuhi SOP yang kita sediakan.
Meanwhile, express boats operating in the Cebu Sarike Tanjong Manis Kuching sector were temporarily on halt for the third time after the Kuching and Cebu district were declared a red zone on Sunday.
The Malaysian Meteorological Department Met Malaysia today issued a bad weather warning with heavy rains expected in Pahang, Sarawak, Johor and Sabah until tomorrow. Met Malaysia in a statement said heavy rains are also predicted in few districts in Peninsular Malaysia. It forecasts heavy rains in Maran, Kuantan, Bera, Pekan and Rompin in Pahang and Segamat, Kluang, Mersing, Pontian, Kulai, Kota Tinggi and Johor Bahru in Johor. The same weather conditions are also expected in the districts of Kuching, Serian, Semarahan, Suraman, Betong, Sarike, Sibu and Muka in Sarawak. Same goes to the districts of Pedalaman, Kuala Penyu, Beaufort and Tabunan, Telupit and Sandakan and also in Labuan. Met Malaysia added continuous heavy rains are also expected in Pantai Barat, in Sabah and Sandakan, in Beluran during the same period. And here's the good news for the nation. A big step forward with the ability to control and most probably to end the pandemic in Malaysia. The government, via the Health Ministry and Pfizer Malaysia Sdn Bhd today, signed the manufacturing and supply agreement for the pharmaceutical company's COVID-19 vaccines in Malaysia.
The agreement was an extension of the binding heads of terms agreement signed on November 24, 2020. The agreement was signed via a live conference by Health Minister Dato Seri Adam Baba on behalf of the Malaysian government, and for Pfizer, its country manager, Malaysia and Brunei, Luxanawan Tangpaibul. Pfizer head of Emerging Market Asia, Anil Argila, also witnessed the signing. In his speech, Dr. Adams said the Malaysian government appreciated the support given by Pfizer and hoped the vaccines could arrive earlier than expected. Anil said Pfizer was committed at ensuring not just providing access for vaccines, but working together to end the pandemic.
Welcome back. 80 special tents have been installed by the National Disaster Management Agency (NADMA) at the Sibu Indoor Stadium. The move was an early preparations by members of the Malaysian Civil Defence Force (APM) as a COVID-19 quarantine centre. Sarawak Housing and Public Health Assistant Minister Dr. Anwar Rapai said the opening of the quarantine centre was an early preparation should the quarantine centre in Kemuyang becomes fully occupied. He added, the quarantine centre will only be used if there is an urgent need. Dr. Anwar said this through his Facebook post. He, who is also Nangka Assemblyman, reiterated the quarantine centre is a backup facility. Meanwhile, Chief Minister's Political Secretary Michael Tiang, who surveyed the conditions at the quarantine centre, was satisfied with the preparation.
Now, I personally went to the site. I'm quite happy with the very prompt and responsive action taken by the authority. And today I went there. They also already get ready with all the mattresses. And some are also taken by surprise. Some public members, anonymously, they donated drinks, food, for the center, just to prepare the center for full operation.
No COVID-19 cases have been detected so far at flood relief centres nationwide. Dato Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said it was important to ensure that standard operating procedures were adhered at the relief centres to prevent the infection from spreading. Based on his inspection, Ismail Sabri said the entry controls to the relief centres, such as temperature screening and the use of face masks, are being complied with. However, his main concern is the physical distancing if there are too many people in the centre. Meanwhile, he said non-governmental organisations that intend to deliver aid to flooded areas should contact the respective district flood management centres. Ismail Sabri said NGO members coming from red zones are advised to be screened for COVID-19 before sending any assistance to the relief centres involved. And here the world COVID update in Japan. A new coronavirus variant has been detected in 4 travellers from Brazil, the latest new mutations of the virus discovered. Japan now is working with other nations, the WHO and other medical experts to analyze the new version of the virus. Japan, however, is still unclear whether the available vaccines will work.
The Japanese Health Ministry has found the COVID-19 variant in people arriving from Brazil varies from the ones in Britain and South Africa. About 30 cases of variants from Britain and South Africa have earlier been reported in Japan. Experts are worried the variants appear to spread faster. It was found in airport tests on a man in his 40s, a woman in her 30s, and 2 teens. The man had no symptoms upon arrival but was hospitalized after experiencing breathing difficulty. The woman suffered headaches, 1 teen had a fever, and the other one had no symptoms.
Well, that's all from me. Remember, tonight 11:30 p.m. with Handy Gui for the Nightline. Ruben Gomez, anytime, anywhere.